So, full time, Nottingham Forest 1, Arsenal 0.
Molina wins. Fatality.
Arsenal have officially won second place. Let's put it that way. Arsenal confirmed second place. Can't finish any higher than that. Can't finish any lower than that. So yeah, the Spanish Brendan Rodgers has now, cemented himself in his football club to manage at least for another season. We played just like how we did against Brighton. And this is how we finish off the season. Now, knowing knows we'll probably slap Wolves, but, is what it is now. Road to 84 points. So we've got no trophies, nothing. The only way we can see 2023 with lifting something is Community Shield. If City win the FA Cup. And this shameless ass fan base, right, will lap every bit of it up if the scenario plays out that we beat Man City in the Community Shield. This sorry ass fan base will lap it up, right? And then they'll start talking, oh, can we challenge for the league this season? That's exactly what's going to come out of the mouths of this fan base. Should that scenario play out? Should Arsenal face Man City in the Community Shield because Man City have at least won the double, right? Should that happen and we beat Man City, this sorry ass fan base is going to use that to say, maybe Arsenal can challenge for the league, man. That's what will happen. That's what will happen. I'm telling you right now. That's exactly what will happen. And the toxic positive AFTV lot, that's where it'll come from first. You know what I mean? It's absolute shambles. You know what I mean? Absolute shambles. I ain't crying. My eye was literally watering when I was slapping my face. But yeah, it's just you finish the season like this, and we think that we're going to take ourselves into next season and be challenging even further. This season was just a smokescreen because the way Arsenal finished off this season is the way we've been for the most of the last few seasons under Arteta, right? This season's been a smokescreen because of our form between August and March, right? So because we cemented second, going forward, all this sorry-ass fan base is going to do is cling on to the fact that, oh, Arteta got a second, mate. Mate, he challenged Man City to league, mate. You see what he did? That's all what's going to happen. That's it. That is all what's going to happen. They're going to use this season. This season is going to be what's going to be propped to say why Arteta should keep his job. Despite next season, we'll get smoked in the Champions League. If we win anything next season, it'll be because Arteta gets sacked and a manager comes in and wins his FA Cup or something. That's the only way I can see us winning anything next season. The same way we did when Unai Emery got sacked. You know what I mean? Sorry ass excuse of a fan base this is. Because this is absolute failure. But what people will do, oh, you had a good run, man. You had a good season. You challenged them, man. You did good. That's all what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Never mind that, we went out of the League Cup first round we played in. Went out of the FA Cup as soon as we played a bigger side. You know what I mean? Went out of Europa League. Arteta didn't take that seriously. All to try and win the league that we now is confirmed that we haven't won. You know what I mean? So all what we did, all that form at the start of the season, getting over those hurdles, going to certain grounds and winning, getting certain last minute goals, all that was just all to finish second in the end. You know what I mean? There was some games where you think to yourself, you know, that could be a title winning match. That could be a title winning goal. Like when Jorginho forced the own goal at Villa Park. It in your head, it was kind of like maybe that was meant to be. Maybe, just maybe. You know what I mean? Because there was some score lines, there was some games where it was like, oh, well, you know, there's a sign there that, you know, this is stuff that champions would do. You know what I mean? But I knew that this was coming. I knew when push comes to shove, when the pressure really gets on, I knew. I said, called it all along. Called it. I said, we will bottle the league the same way we bottled top 4 last season. And I ended up being right. I ended up being right about Gabriel Jesus. Is a Brazilian Danny Welbeck. What do I mean by Brazilian Danny Welbeck? He needs bare chances before he scores, basically. But he will score goals, but he ain't clinical enough. You think Man City would want Danny Welbeck? No. You know what I mean? Sides that are really serious about that work ain't having Danny Welbeck as a centre forward. They're not. That's not to say Danny Welbeck's a shit striker, but it's just that he can't do it on his own. Gabriel Jesus is just a Brazilian version, and I called this. Called it. You know what I mean? And I'm calling what's going to happen next season. We're not going to be in a title race next season. That's gone. That's it. This is our best chance. Fucked it. We have given Man City their first 3P. You know what I mean? Liverpool stopped it in 2020. Right? But we've given it them. We ain't going to be in no title race next season. Next season, you know, we're going to be competing with the likes of Crystal Palace. You know what I mean? We're going to get smoked in the Champions League. We'll probably not even last 5 minutes in there. We'll be back in Europa League. That's what's going to happen next season. And if we win a trophy next season, it'll be because Arteta gets sacked when we do horrible in the first half of the season, and he gets to a point where it's like, fam, I've got to let you go. And then another manager will come in, and he might win as an FA Cup, and then repeat the same cycle. You know what I mean? That's the only way. I can't see Arteta winning as another trophy. I can't see it. You know what I mean? I just can't. I literally can't even see it. I can't see him taking the League Cup seriously. I can't see him taking the FA Cup seriously. I can't see him definitely not taking the Champions League seriously. I can't see him taking Europa League seriously when we get kicked in that. If we're lucky enough to get kicked down into that and not finish with Europeless, and we're not going to be in a title race. Arteta ain't the man. Spanish Brendan Rodgers. That's all he is. Brendan Rodgers almost won Liverpool the league. Didn't follow it up with nothing. You know what I mean? Brendan Rodgers and Arteta won the same things in England. An FA Cup and a Community Shield. Brendan Rodgers just did it a year after Arteta. Need I say any more? You know what I mean? But you know what people can say. You know what they're gonna say. Well, who else could do a better job there? There's no other managers out there. Who would you get in? Because Arteta's just the peak, innit? There's no other managers that exist. Nope. You know what I mean? Now, anyways, I've been spending too much time moaning. But what can I say about this game other than it was shambles? Like we weren't in it like that. We couldn't do anything. We ran out of ideas. And this is one of the biggest fears I had this season when I saw how good we've been playing for the most of it, is when teams find you out. They know what Saka's going to do. They know everything. They know that Arsenal have no plan B. You know, if it's difficult to penetrate through, Arsenal don't have a plan B. Teams know that. I mean, Forest, they knew that. I knew we won't beat Forest. I mean, but I just thought we'd lose by a different scoreline. But last two games, we haven't scored any goals. So the only grounds we haven't scored at this season is Forest and Everton. Yeah, Forest and Everton are only grounds we haven't scored at this season. Every other ground we've scored a goal at. Yeah. Because the only 0-0 draw we had was Newcastle, and that was at home. I mean, just the goals that we're conceding, we were never winning the league. It's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Now imagine if Man City were to lose the next two and draw the last game. Just imagine if that happened now. Now that the champions, just imagine if that happened. That would be the ultimate piss take if that happened. Not saying Man City would do that on purpose, but you know what I mean? Sack Arteta, get him out. You know what I mean? There's no reason for him to still be here now. No reason at all. There's literally no reason for him. Get him out.
Get him out! Get him out!
You know what I mean? What's Arteta done now to earn his stripes? Oh, he finished second, mate. And he threw away all cup competitions to try and win this one. He fucked that up. Look at his decision makings. Oh yeah, a game. We'll go into Forest game at Forest, and I'll play Xhaka at left back instead of Tine because I have some agenda against Tine. What kind of stupidness is that? I couldn't believe it. I know Xhaka has played at left back before, but to start a game at left back, you'd only do that if there was an injury crisis. And I think that was the last time he was at left back because of an injury crisis. Because I think Tini was injured and there was nobody else that can really cover it. But Tini wasn't injured. So I'll play my defensive midfield at left back. Does he actually... Is it because of this inverted shit? Is his fetish for it that deep? He'll leave a proper left back on the bench to play a midfielder at left back. That alone should tell you this guy's clueless. That alone should tell you that for me speaks volumes. I'm not saying that's why we lost the game, but his decision making in other games has cost us. The team just weren't good enough today, but you look at the manager's decisions. Fam, you're not Pep. You know what I mean? Pep is a sort of manager that can get away with playing everyone in reverse. Defenders up front, strikers at the back. Pep is the only manager in world football right now that could literally get away with playing Haaland at centre-back. With who's there front three? With De Bruyne on the at left back and who's the other one? Who plays on the right-hand side for City? Johnny Knoxville wannabe. Bernardo Silva at right back. And then have Stones up top with Laporte and Diaz on the wing. Pep could get away with doing that. No other manager in world football could get away with doing that. But you see, Arteta, done too bit of work under Pep. Now he thinks he can get slick. The fuck you think you are? You can't get slick like that. That is not your game. You know what I mean? I will leave a proper left back on the bench and I'll play Granit Xhaka, who's leaving, by the way, at left back. If that doesn't tell you I don't rate Tine, I don't know what does. The fact that he'd do that alone should tell you how much he doesn't rate Tine. And it all confirms that Tine is not going to be an Arsenal player next season. You know what I mean? The cracks were there and Arteta's exposed them. It ain't good enough. Arteta's not the man to take us further. If we want to try and compete in the Champions League, if we want to compete for the league consistently, if we want to win cup competitions, meanwhile doing all that, Arteta ain't the one. He's not. Don't get fooled by him competing for the league this season. It's a smokescreen. He's not going to do this again. You know what I mean? He's not. We won't see a repeat of this. This is our best chance. Now somebody else is going to take the juice. Maybe it's going to be Poch with Chelsea. Maybe they're going to be the ones challenging next season in our place. It ain't going to be us. You know what I mean? And our fetish for Declan Rice right now, right? All what's going to happen is we'll get rid of more players, bring Rice in, and still be light. That's all that's going to happen. You know what I mean? We'll get rid of about 3 midfielders to bring Declan Rice in, and then we won't have cover for him when he gets injured. Because when we know when you wear an Arsenal shirt, and especially if you're a player that's quite important to us, you will get injured. It's going to happen, unfortunately. So we know that, yeah, that's what's going to happen. We never buy and have too much. Mark my words. If we get Rice, which I don't think we're going to get him anyway, but if we get Declan Rice, best believe that at least 3 midfielders of ours are going, and we're not, and we're just going to have Rice with whoever is going to play with him, right? But we're not going to have anybody that's, you know what I mean? Why not? Xhaka's going. Granit Xhaka's going. So I doubt we're going to keep Jorginho, Partey, Rice, and then El Neni when he's fit. I doubt we're going to keep them 4 all together. You know what I mean? I'd say at least another one of them's going. So that's what we do. That's how we do business. We sign somebody, right? Like there's going to be if one comes in, 2 are going out. You know what I mean? We're not the kind of club where we would have kept Lacazette right now, kind of thing. We're not that kind of club. So, you know what I mean? Like, Aubameyang left last, January, something like that. Then Lacazette left in the summer. Who did we sign? Jesus. 2 out, 1 in. That's what we do. And what did I say last April? I said Jesus ain't enough. You have to sign another striker with him. And I was right. I was right. Again. You know what I mean? And then you look at the management. Shambles. That's why the Spanish Brendan Rodgers want him out.
Get him out! Get him out!
Anyways, I'm done. The season's over for us. You know, 1 more game left against Wolves. Road to 84 points. No trophies again. No trophies again. So, hopefully next season, the Arsenal wake up and realise, Arteta can't take us any further. You know what I mean? Because if he can capitulate a league title like this after being 8 points clear in January with City having no game in hands, if he fumbled that, what the fuck do you think he can do in the Champions League? Our transfer window is not going to be sufficient enough to even compete in the Champions League to begin with. It's not. Because we're not getting Rice and Caicedo. We're not getting both anyway. Let's put it that way. We're not getting both of them. Right? And I've already made a video on what we need. I already made a video. And we ain't going to get half of that. Said, you need a right back, a left back, 2 midfielders, a right winger, and a tall striker. 6 players. We'll be lucky to get 3 players. And if we do, right, they won't be first team starters. There won't be big names and there won't be first team starters. There'll be a Fabio Vieira kind of player. Don't get games shit. You know what I mean? And a player you can't rely on. But anyways, I'm done with this video. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe, follow all the socials. And you know how I do it. I'll leave as I came in. So match week 37 done. Match week 38 next weekend. There's nothing to. That's it. Nothing to. That's it. Empty. Anyways, catch you guys in a bit. Peace.
Country, get him out! Get him out!
Marina wins. Fatality.